Hey everyone, Kyle here from Wealthy Affiliate. Today I'm going to be talking about how to install Akismet WordPress plugin on your website. This is a plugin that's geared towards the prevention of spam comments on your website. As you start to get indexed more and more into Google and other search engines, you're naturally going to get robots visiting your website and submitting spam comments. It's of benefit to these people that are spamming you to get these comments on your website, but what we want to do is block them before they ever reach your back end area here. And Akismet acts the same as a spam filter in your email inbox. It blocks them before they actually even make it in there. And it puts them to the spam folder. So here are a couple examples of spam comments, not related to any content on my website at all. And as you can see, they're trying to plug YouTube videos and links to their websites within the website area. And a lot of them are tricky, and they'll try to subtly add their websites within the actual comments as well, and skip the websites area here. So there are a lot of forces working with this spam to try to benefit these individuals or these companies that are spamming your website. And the last thing you want to do is start getting your entire inbox full of these. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be installing Akismet, which is going to prevent a good deal of this spam. It's not 100% or it's not perfect, but it does a pretty good job of blocking a good deal. And I believe that these two comments that I just got in the last couple of days here would have been blocked as well. So I'm going to be walking you through the process of how to install this on your website. So the first thing you're going to need to do here is create an akismet.com account. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's spelled akismet.com. So you're going to access this page. You can also access this through the actual plugin itself inside of WordPress. And once you're on this page, what you're going to need to do is click the button here that says say goodbye to comment spam. Obviously, there are details about the plugin if you want to browse around as well. But I'm just going to get straight to the setup process here. So there's 4 different plans that you can have. You should never pay for a plugin of this nature. So you're going to want to choose the basic plan here. It'll do more than enough to help fight spam. It's by no means perfect, but it is going to help minimize the amount of spam that you have coming into your website. And there are other plugins that do this, but Akismet is about the best that I've seen. So you're going to click the Get Started Here button over in the basic plan. Click that, and then it's going to ask you to log in here. And do know that this isn't the same login details that you use for either Wealthy Affiliate or your website. This is a completely separate account. And if you've created a Gravatar account in the past or a WordPress.com account, you'll be able to use your existing details. If not, you'll just you'll enter your details and you'll sign up for a brand new account here. So what I'm going to do is when I come back, I'm going to be at the actual order page, and I'm going to be walking you through that process because a lot of people get confused there and they end up paying for what's supposed to be a free plugin. So I'm going to be walking you through that next after I log in. So after you choose your email, username, and password, you're going to be brought to the API key signup page. And this is where a lot of people get confused because they see these payment details over here and they assume that they're going to have to pay for this plugin. That is simply not the case. It's by donation, so you get to choose however much money you want to pay, right down to $0, which typically is what most people spend. Because you don't have to pay for plugins typically. So I always slide it over to 0 here, and then you're just gonna enter your details here and then click continue and head to the next step. And this is going to take you to the page where you're going to be able to capture your API key. So this is the key that you're going to be using to add to your WordPress admin area under the Akismet plugin. So the next step of what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how to add this API key to your plugin area, so that the Akismet plugin is fully set up and functioning on your website. So that's the next step here. Head back over to our website here and go down to the plugins tab and click that. You're going to see at the very top, likely, unless you've installed a bunch of other plugins, the Akismet plugin. So what we're going to want to do is simply click the activate button. If you've already activated, it's okay. And then right away it's going to bring up this thing that says activate your Akismet account. So that's what we're going to need to do. You can also do that within the settings tab here as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the button here, and it's going to take me to the same settings page. It's going to take a second here. So what I want to do is manually enter the API key. And now this is the key that was given to me back on the akismet.com website right here. So I'm going to want to right click that and copy, and then I'm going to be adding that as the manual API key here. So I'm going to paste that and then click use this key, and this is just going to validate that's an actual key that I've been granted, and this will just take a second. And at the top here you can see it says your Akismet account has been successfully set up and activated. Happy blogging. So now I'm set up and ready to go here. And it does have a few options. It has comments, show the number of approved comments beside each comment author. You don't need to bother with that. And then the strictness level, you can silently discard the worst and most pervasive spam so I never see it. I usually select that. But if you want to, like, sometimes spam, things are marked spam that actually aren't. It's usually pretty good about that. You can have it put in your spam folder so that you can look through your spam folder and see if there's any actual comments that you've missed in there. So it's up to you whether you want to do that. But I usually just silently discard the worst and most pervasive spam. It will still put comments into your spam folder that are kind of mediocre and they're not quite sure whether it's spam or not, but the ones that are obvious are just automatically going to delete for you, so you don't have to waste your time with it. So that's what I'm going to do. And just a side note that anything that's in your spam folder older than 15 days will be deleted automatically, and this is good because it will just clean out your spam folder so you don't have loads of spam in there at all times. So that's basically the setup process. I'm just going to save changes here, and I'm going to head back over, and I'm just going to delete these two comments here. But going forward, so I'm going to move those to the trash and apply. Going forward, my website is not going to get as much spam as it has been getting. And again, as you start getting more rankings in Google, more spammers are going to find your website naturally, and you're going to want to have this Akismet plugin installed. It's not perfect, but it definitely helps out and does prevent a lot of spam. So I hope you've really enjoyed this walkthrough of setting up Akismet. If you do have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below this video, and I will be more than happy to help you out. Thanks a lot.